Wow, 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 wow. Teresa, Cindy, so good to see you. Y'all are
Welcome,
right
welcome,
here on
guys.
time.
Well, and
And I was late.
we were we were only a minute late. 1 minute doesn't count, does it?
No,
Okay.
I've decided it doesn't.
All right. Sounds
Today,
like
1 minute's doing pretty good.
I was gonna say. Um, yeah, since I had about 3 hours of sleep last night. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry.
well, I had work, and then and because I was working, um, I had to stay up, and staying up means that I don't go to bed till late, but then I had to be up and over to mom's by 7. So
Wow, what were you doing that you had to be there at 7?
she had some labs that needed to be done, and
Oh,
she was, I don't know, she's gotten to where she really doesn't want to take herself.
yeah,
And it's okay. I get why she doesn't want to take herself, but the other thing is that she's getting kind of wobbly, so she needed to get groceries this week, and I said I will come take you for your labs, and then we will go and you can get your groceries. I'll just sit in the car. You can have your whole time, and you can buy all the groceries you want because I will be there to carry them in.
right.
It's not so much about her going to get a few groceries. It's that she hasn't been in 3 weeks probably, and she needed groceries.
Yeah,
The back
yeah,
seat of my car was full.
right.
So,
Yeah.
it took me like four trips to get it all in. So, needless to say, that's done, and she's all good. But it's just that I had to get up really early, and to get across town at 7 o'clock in the morning means I need almost 45 minutes.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Candy.
Goodness. Hi, Candy. Good to see you. I just
Candy's going
realized
to
I
get
didn't.
her Cindy is going to get her scavenger hunt journal and some glue, scissors, and work on while watching. Oh, I got to show you what I got.
Okay.
Looky,
A
ta-da!
vegetable sticker?
A vegetable sticker. Mom,
Yay!
mom, mom brought her. What do you call those things in? Her tomatoes in, and
Hi, Melissa.
okay.
Well, guess I found this.
Oh, your
And just like I thought, it was stuck under something. Hi, Mindy. Melissa. Oh, goodness. Josie. I don't know why I forgot your name. For a minute, I just went blank, but I'm glad you're here.
I'll have to answer that later because that's a complicated question. Hello, Melissa and Mindy and Josie and Candy and Cindy and Teresa. We're glad you're all here. And Barbara.
And Barbara. We're glad you're
And
here,
Barbara.
Barbara.
hmm Um, I have to tell you that I kind of cheated when it came to putting the holes in my. Well, I didn't cheat. I measured. Is what I did. I didn't cheat. I measured
Well, it's okay. It's not
because
cheating. That's being smart.
I just didn't want it all the same. I wanted all the holes to be the same. So um, I actually measured every quarter of an inch.
Well, I had this little card that when I was trying to do one like this, that
Uh
I
huh.
was going to do the blanket stitch on and it messed up. I
Yep.
just tore out the little lady.
Well,
And so
that
I'm going
works.
to put her,
On something else.
I think
And
I'm going to
hello,
stick her right
Sharon.
here. Since I've got a tag here, I'm just going to put her on it. So, hi, Sharon. We're glad you're here.
Mary hit an accidental button. Okay. I'm not sure what waiting list. Um, waiting list happened. I'm not sure. So,
Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I don't know about anything about that. So,
and hello, Sherry. Anyways, I'm going to do this one. Excuse me.
I'm trying to decide where to put
I,
this little lady.
I started it, didn't I? I caused trouble. Um, waiting list like she was muted. Oh dear. Hmm. Hi, Nettie.
I think up there, but I don't think that's all I want on there. So I think I'm going to set it aside and work on it later.
Okay.
Because we're not supposed to be inking and putting focal points on. We're supposed to be crocheting.
Well, the focal points are for the backs are for whatever. Anyways,
Had
I'm
that
going
focal point here and needed to use it. So,
yeah, I'm going to do this one with a tiny hole punch like I did this one. And that means I have to have my tiny hole punch.
okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is do one like this because, let's get in here a little bit. Because this one is my solution for people who don't have a hole punch and can't make holes. Don't have a pokey tool that'll make holes big enough to do these. So,
Yeah.
but they still would like to crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, but I'm not doing it with
Just
black.
say in black. Okay.
I will never. I
Barbara,
thought I was
yes,
going to buy.
I put my holes about a quarter inch apart. And hi, Susie. Um, and Barbara's going to crochet on her Alice in Wonderland cards. And I'm using this 16th inch hole punch, but you could use your pokey tool. I mean, the pokey tool would work fine. And I just put the holes on the back side of this. This is going to be a pocket eventually. But yes, I put my holes about a quarter of an inch apart because then I didn't have to crochet in holes because this is the hardest part, is to get started.
Yes. And I'm just taking this end and pulling it through a few so that it's not sticking out
Okay.
before I go on to do that other thing. This one, I started to do a tab on it. Well, I intended to do a tab on it last night, and then I had other things I had to do, and it did not get done. So I decided, well, I'll just do it today.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
what today's supposed to be about anyway.
Yeah. So I just have little holes. And here's the deal. Now you can make this go through that 16th inch hole, but it's not pretty trying to get it in there. So I have this really super tiny little crochet hook, and that is what I'm going to use for a minute, but only for a minute. Because, we're not going to fight with it forever.
And I'm going to let you just talk about that. And should I make you big so that everybody can see better?
Well, I think they can see about as good as they can see.
All right. Well, poking holes, everybody knows how to do, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So,
okay,
go for it.
Welcome, Art with Your Heart Out. Hi, Gypsy. Susie's here. I think I said hi to Susie. Janet's here. Hi, Janet. Hi, Brittany. Art with Your Heart Out. Do you have a proper name you would like us to call you? We will try to remember. It's all about trying to remember.
Yeah. Hi, Gypsy.
She's not on my list. She's not on your list.
She's not on my list, but I thought she was. And so I'm wondering if I wrote her down on my list that's in the house and it didn't get transferred to this list. Yes, I did write her down because I remember it, Katie. I knew I was supposed to know. So I'm going to write her down right now out here.
Well, welcome, Katie. Now, you do know that we will probably forget a few times. What's going on in the pantry today? Hi, Brittany. Today we are making some little crocheted things to go around tags. We're just gonna do a little bit of crochet on tags. Now I punched holes with a 16th inch hole punch, and what I was saying was that you can't, I'm not gonna fight with this itty bitty super tiny crochet hook for the whole time. But what it does help, and I have to have, I'm gonna have to have different glasses too, especially today. Sorry guys. I'm going to put this crochet hook through the hole and, make a little loop. Okay. It's hard to get started is all. Okay. So now I have a loop. And I have a tail, and I'm just going to crochet around the tail. But I just pull this through this loop, and then I go in and I get the next one and I just catch it and pull it up and pull it through the loop. So basically it's a single crochet stitch, but I'm having to go through that hole.
And your hole would be your stitch from the last row.
Yeah, that's it. And actually, I've done this to blanket stitch around baby blankets before. I've done this exact same thing, and I honestly think I shoved this little tiny crochet hook through the fabric.
I did. I did one. I'm trying to think. I did one just on flannel.
Uh-huh.
And I just shoved it through there, and then I'm trying to remember how I did the other one, because it was like on something that was heavier, and I can't remember. And I'm not making these holes too perfect. They were supposed to all be in that little green line, but they're not all getting in there correctly.
Hello to Nancy and Violet and Teresa. I haven't tried the blanket stitch, but Lisa tried the blanket stitch, and she had a very bad time with it. So
I did. I had a hard time with the blanket stitch, so I did something different. And
she's going to show you that in a few minutes.
Well, where did I put it? Oh, here it is.
Okay.
And this is, I did it, and it ends up like this because it's like making a frame. And I think it's really cute. It's not something I'll probably be doing a bunch of, but Hannah really liked it, and she wants it for her room. So
I'm sorry, I'm reading Melissa's comment. Brittany said she tried to learn how to crochet once and it didn't go well, and Melissa says she is lucky she can tie her shoes. So, here's the thing: you could just stitch around these, or just stitch along the edge. You could, instead of crocheting, you could just, if you whip stitch one way and then whip stitch back, it looks very much like it. Yeah, that's what I did on my journal.
You might could just crochet in that too.
Yes, you probably could, and there wouldn't be.
I may try that next just to see, because you're showing that, so I might as well show other things, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna do the stitch around the edge.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is stitch around the edge.
All right.
And this is it's just, I think it's called a back stitch, but I'm not positive.
Thank you, Janet.
Hey, Janet. Thank you.
And Teresa didn't have any trouble with the blankets.
I saw that. Well, Teresa's obviously much better crocheter than I am.
Well, how did you try to do your blanket?
Or maybe she's a better blanket stitcher than I am.
It's the blanket stitcher that, it was the problem.
I don't do either one of those. I got the blanket stitch on there and it looked fine until I started trying to crochet. And then it was pulling and it was all wonky, and I gave up on that. But so what I'm going to do here is I forget, I have to have an end for this. It's not like crochet.
Okay.
It's just sewing. Sewing on paper. And I think I probably will do some similar to this on tags, just this part and not the crochet part that you do afterwards, because
Yeah, because it's cute.
it is cute, yeah, and it's easy. And I'm going to be honest with you, this crocheting around the edges of cards, that's not something I'm going to be doing on a daily basis. It's going to have to be
Uh,
something special for me to go to this much trouble for a tag. So
yeah. I mean, honestly, um, I'm not going to crochet around a bunch of them. It would be here and there.
yeah,
And frankly, I could crochet a piece. I could crochet a strip of this lace so much faster than I can crochet around this tag,
right.
and then just put it around any tag. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of that because I've got so much lace in my stash. So,
Yeah.
but we wanted to try it and we wanted to play with it. So you get to watch us make a mess.
What I'm doing here is just doing a stitch, and I'm just going backwards in so it makes a loop. So it's also stitched on the back, except for this one right here. And that'll makes it a little more sturdy. The fact that it's stitched on both sides.
It's double stitched. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to go around like this, and then I'll come back and I'll pick up that to do my crocheting in.
Okay, so now I have done that whole little edge, and that's when I switched back to my regular, actually this is a pretty big one, a bigger crochet hook, because trying to actually crochet this 10 weight thread with this, what is that? That's a size 11 steel needle. It's not fun. So
yeah, well, I was trying to do it with a 10, and it still was not fun. And I decided I'm going to use bigger holes and use my size 7, and I'm going to be happy with that.
I'm just happy with it. That's right. So now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put, we're going to see how many single crochets I need to put in each one of these little loops, but I think it's going to be about 2. That's how it seemed to be the last time, is I'm just going to put a couple of single crochets in each one of these loops. And why there is a straw in the middle of this ball, I have no idea. But I will tell you, it's a pain in the... Okay. Yeah. Cindy's got to go off to... Oh, she's going to work on her scavenger journal. Yeah.
And Brittany's going to work on decluttering her craft room. And she says she's going to make a giant mixed media collage with all the stuff she's decluttering with. And that is a really cool idea.
Mm-hmm. And then when she finishes, she can come and declutter mine.
There you go. You know, I could have mine decluttered real quick if I just sent Darren out here.
All I would have to do is say, hey, Jeff, would you clean up my studio? And I know exactly where it'd all go.
In the dumpster.
The trash fairy would have his day, and he would have so much fun.
Of course, if I asked Darren to do that, he would say, no way.
Jeff probably would say the same thing.
No, I'm not getting in that trap.
Well, Jeff has always sworn he was going to, his dream house was going to have A-frame furniture. All the furniture was going to be pointy on top, and there were going to be garbage cans at the bottom edges, so that, you know, anytime you set something down on a table, it was going to end up in the trash can. So, Katie, you've yet to start it. Well, it won't take you long. I have to tell you though, I got a score today when I went to take Mom to the grocery store. She came home with, what's really bad is she had like 6 or 7 tomatoes. Only one had a tag. I couldn't even get 2 tags off her tomatoes. So, like, golly, Mom. She says, well, what else do you need for your scavenger hunt? I said, well, nothing that I know of right now. And of course, her lettuce was all wrapped up. It didn't have a tag. And
Yeah, I noticed. I think it was Nettie that um on one of her comments on one of my videos, she said she only has 18 left to go. I'm like, wow, she's on the ball. Does she not know we have to April 1st?
We're moving.
She's really enjoying this. I'm enjoying it, but I've only think I've done 4 pages. I think I've done
Okay.
probably 10 prompts, but
I've been doing 2, but
oh, that looks good.
this corner one's going to need another one. So,
Yeah,
I'm going to put a little extra one in the corner, which is normal for corners.
yeah. See, corners always have to have extra, sometimes
Yeah.
more than one.
It went around pretty well with corners. Hi, Kathy. Oh,
Hi,
you're
Kathy.
welcome, Kathy dear. I'm glad you got it. Kathy needed a wrapper from bar soap.
Nettie says she's sorry. She loves it and it's her first. You do not need to be sorry, Nettie. I'm excited. I'm excited you love it that much. I just wasn't sure if you knew you had as long as you have to get it done. Maybe you thought you had to get it done in January. But I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful, Katie. I used to do a little odds and ends of things for Mom's senior group that she used to have lunch with, but they haven't been open since last March. So far, Mom says none of the seniors that used to have lunch with her have gotten sick. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because all of them have had ailments, they're all getting up there. Now, not all of the seniors were Mom's senior age. They're between my age and her.
Yeah.
Jeff and I could go have lunches at the senior center. That I'm old enough, but I'm not going clear over there to have lunches in the first place. And but Mom really enjoyed it, and it was real close for her. Besides, she's alone.
Yeah.
And
that was something to do.
It gave her something to do. And honestly, I think not going to her exercise classes is part of why she's getting a little bit, she's a lot more shaky than she had been in the past.
Yeah. I'm sure because, she's not strengthening herself on a regular basis like she had been.
She said she's been walking again, though. For some unknown reason, she had quit walk. She walks to the end of the driveway and back 2 or 3 times a day. Well, she had been, and then she kind of quit. Oh, that is so pretty! But now we're going to make
very pretty.
Now we're going to make it.
See, that right there just looks gorgeous to me, just like that.
Just like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does. And it could be done just like that, but I'm going to add a little bit more to it.
Oh, thank you for posting the scavenger hunt list, Janet. Hi, yes. Holly. I'm glad you're here.
The one my father-in-law was in served better meals.
Mindy.
Any place near there. The meals Mom got were. The biggest thing is Mom finds it very hard to cook for just herself, and she's diabetic, so she has to be very careful to eat balanced meals and not eat a lot of junk and stuff. And if it were me, I just get myself some broccoli and cauliflower and lettuce and tomatoes, and I'd be perfectly content. I wouldn't have to cook anything because I'd just eat like that. But she finds it hard. And the other thing is I can eat the same food for days. It doesn't bother me. I'm lucky Jeff can do the same thing. But for Mom, she said she doesn't like to eat it more than once. Yeah. So it's like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm glad you got it, Holly. I see, it's funny because I sent those envelopes out a week ago yesterday, and today is the first time I've heard of anybody getting one. I'm like, wow, they're taking a long time. And I don't know if it's because I paid extra to have them hand canceled just to
Oh,
be safe. And
uh-huh.
maybe that makes it take longer. I don't know. But anyway, I'm glad to know you got it though, Holly. Okay. I
Sometimes when I do things, I have to experiment to see how it's going to work, and that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, go ahead.
I was just saying what I'm doing now is using this thread that I've sewn around, and that's going to be my last stitch. Whoops. So that so I can do it, and I'm just going to do a single crochet all the way around. And it's not that easy because you have to try to get your crochet hook underneath the stitch.
I wonder
And then
what would
leave.
happen if you crocheted from the other side.
You mean like this?
Mm-hmm. If it
Well,
would be
that's how I,
easier to get, if it would be
yeah,
easier to get your needle under there.
it might be. That's how I did it last time.
Okay.
And I thought maybe that was the reason I was having such a hard time getting it to lay down.
Oh, okay.
But
So
it
you're
was
going the
easier.
other way.
It
Okay.
was easier. And you have to remember I'm left-handed, so it's going to look backwards anyway.
Yeah, I know that. Somebody said something to you in caps, so let's see.
Oh, let me go
Oh, she
back.
got your mail, and I just didn't see it. It just popped off of my screen as I started to say it. Yeah, Barbara, my mama. That's why she only gets one container of whatever I fix because I fix chili and we eat it all week. Now that doesn't mean we don't eat other things in between, but it does mean that we eat that. Okay, so I'm going to make this little fluffy edge right here, and that means what I did was I crocheted a chain of 4, 2, 3, 4, and then I skipped 2 single crochets and single crocheted into the next one, and that makes a little loop. I think they call that a picot, but I'm not sure. I don't care what things are called. I never have.
I don't either, but I think that's what it's called. And I'm just doing crocheting in each of these stitches and then doing a slip stitch, I guess is what you would call it, in between them.
In between
Or
them.
yeah. And I'm really struggling with this. It was a lot easier when I did it last time as far as my hands. Of course, I was doing it in my lap, and
Yes, and
trying to
that's
do it up
another
here on the
thing that
table is
we're
hard.
trying to do it on the table for you. So she's just going through the stitch, not the card. Yes. Yes, Barbara, she's just going through the stitch. She did that running stitch along the holes so that she could not have to try to go through the card.
And the point of this is if you don't have a hole punch and you need to just poke a hole in, then you can do it this way. It was the reason I did this, not because this is how I would actually be doing it if I was doing it
Yeah.
for any other purpose than to show you.
Yeah, and Kathy, yes, it is a lot of work. Uh-huh. When I do one of these 2-day bead shows, I'm taking pictures and doing listings all day long. It isn't fun. And frankly, Etsy is a very hard place to list. But see, now I have a cute little edge on my pocket. And you know what? I'm not sure I like that. Yeah, I don't like that at all on that pocket.
No, it was prettier before.
Yep. So here is the nice thing about crochet.
Yep.
We can take it out very simply and leave it be because I liked it before. I did not like it now. So
I also will You
A
have to
picot
understand that I haven't crocheted small like this in over 30 years. So
you're right, Teresa. A picot is you single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet in the same stitch. So that gives you that little picot thing that sticks out. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome.
she says it's called frogging.
Okay.
Ribbit out, she said.
Oh, ribbit out. That's what I did. I ribbited out. I ribbited it out. Ribbited it. Yep. I know how to do that very well. And then the next thing you do, and it's easier with a needle. The last one I did with my crochet hook because I was lazy and didn't want to get my behind out of my chair. But today the needle is right here, so. Barbara's not liking this. I can get it started where I like it. Looks like, oh, Teresa, I learned how to make those once. Okay, the picots. You know, it's one of those things, Barbara. That's what we said. Lisa did not have fun. I had fun, but it was not, it's not something I'm going to do a ton of.
Are you talking about making these?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Now this was fun. It was big holds, big yarn, and it just simple and cute. And I like this one. This one was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Using the smaller yarn, and this is a size 3. This is a size 10.
Yeah.
And my hands just don't want to work with the 10. So I probably should have used a 3 on here, and then it would have been easier for me. But I was thinking it's a small card. It should have a small thread.
Barbara's going to join Holly in the grumbling bleachers. Okay. Grumble. You just grumble right away. Okay, let's find something fun to do with this one. Let's first round its corners. Okay. Because we need round corners. Because we're not going to have this tag be like not have round corners. But this one, I love this tag. It's really pretty. But I'm thinking...
The fact that I've done more than one of these proves how much I love everybody here, because I would have never done a second one.
Well, I do like
this never again if I didn't love all you.
I do really like that. That's really pretty right there. And I might do more of that than I did this. This just, it was kind of.
Well, what size hook am I using?
7. That looks tiny. Did I hear cookies? Sharon says cookies. Oh, hi, Andrea.
Glad you're here, Andrea.
I'm
not even sure that you can see what I'm doing enough for it to be worth helping anybody, but anyway.
At least it's not black thread.
At least it's not black thread. That was horrible.
Okay, guys, she starts out with black thread. Now, who here knows better than that? Okay.
I obviously did not.
Oh, you're so funny. Okay.
But I learned very quickly. And that one only got finished out of sheer perseverance and stubbornness, not any other reason.
Okay, so that looks really cool with this.
That is cute, yes.
Okay, so what we need is, first off, to find where the middle is so we can get this out into a an actual piece of yarn. This is back from when I did fiber swaps ages and ages and ages ago.
Yeah. Well, I love the look of the black.
Oh yeah, the black is gorgeous.
I could not see my stitches. It was very hard to do. in black. It's not a whole lot easier in this at the moment, but it was very hard in black. And but I like the look of it.
Yeah. You just need a ton of light when you do black.
Yeah.
A ton. Okay, now that thread is going to require a bigger hole.
I finished one, and I'm still just trying to crochet
Well,
single stitches around this a
all
little
I
bit.
did was only did half. I didn't go all the way around.
Okay.
Okay. I agree, Violet. Black is a terrible color to try to work with. Okay, so let me see here. What do I want? I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. We're going to just put 6 holes in this little puppy.
Come on.
Okay. Well, that means I got to split the difference here. That's not going to be fun. Oh, it's got to be 1/8 of an inch there and 1/8 of an inch there. 1/4 and 1/4. Is that right? Right there and right there. Okay. Now we need the 1/8 inch hole punch. Hi, Sana.
And I just ripped through my card in this corner stitch, and so now I've got.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna try to get through it so it can hold it in place and continue on.
I'm gonna see if I have a slightly bigger crochet hook. I noticed there was another crochet hook in here. Oh, that's way too big. That'll never go through those holes. Yeah, I'll just use the one I've been using. Oops, not that one. This one. Got the avalanche. We got Sana's got her winter. Oh dear.
Well, I hope that's a good thing, Sana. I'm not sure, but
okay. So we're gonna put this tail back here, and we're gonna. Now see, with the 1/8 inch hole, I can stick this bigger crochet hook through there.
Yeah.
So, of course, I can't see the stitches hardly at all.
Because it's puffy, bumpy thread,
puffy.
yeah.
Puffy thread. So I will have to guess. It's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure I can find it. And I only put 6 holes because I'm going to just do a little shell at the top of here. When I get ready to do it, I'm just going to do a crochet. Yeah, you can't see the stitches at all in there. It's like puffy. Okay.
Well, it'll just be cute and puffy. It won't matter whether they're perfect then. You just do it and don't worry.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just, I'm going to single crochet back across there. Okay. Sorta,
Holly has lambs. Oh, Holly. I wish I had a lamb.
I don't, but they are cute and they are precious, but I don't wish to have one.
Well, if I could have one that would grow a spinner's fleece, I would love to have one. Let me put it that way. I probably wouldn't go to the trouble otherwise. But I think they're adorable.
They're adorable. So somebody else has to take care of it. That is my okay, so what do I want? Do I really want to do that? Or yes, I do. We're gonna now what we're gonna do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do gotta go right in the middle. I'm gonna do like 7 double crochets right here in the middle. I hope, because that's catching something fierce. There we go.
When probably 40 years ago, between 40 and 30 years ago, so in that time, it was a long time that they had them, but there was a house that I would pass um, that had it had a really big yard, a big front yard. I don't know how far, if it had big yard all the way around, but it had this huge fenced in front yard that it was like, half an acre or something. And for in town, that's really big. and, and they had a little herd of sheep grazing that yard. I thought that was fun. They just were out there. It looked so pastoral, right in the middle of town.
When I was little, Dad had goats. They were such a pain.
Yeah. Well, I've dealt with goats, and they are definitely they have their own mind. That's for sure.
Yeah, we always said we were going to have
cooperate.
We were going to have goats so that we didn't have to mow the lawn. That's why we were going to have goats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is the sum total of what I'm going to do on the top of that.
Oh, that's very cute.
It's fuzzy, and it's it would be easier to see what it was if it wasn't fuzzy. But I kind of like how it came out.
Hi, Joan. I'm glad you're here. Sorry we missed you till just this minute.
Holly says her lambs don't have wool, or she would give you one. And hello, Joan.
And that's okay, Holly.
If we missed anybody else, we're sorry, but we're glad you're here. Okay, this time I think it might be easier to do this. Can I get this into this needle? Maybe. Yeah, I guess I can.
I tell you what, Holly, you just cuddle them for me. and I'll pretend like that I have
one. What is a rag flag? Andrea, that is where you tie, just a minute, I'll make one. Oh, that just made that come out. Uh-oh, not good. It made the end, I pulled it out when I put the other end in.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah. So, we'll just tie it and be done with it. Not fight with it. There we go. It's fine. Let me see here what we got. We got some of our fancy fabric from the other day. Okay.
Well, watch Tanya, Joan. Don't watch me because I'm struggling with what I'm doing here, trying to crochet onto this card.
Okay, now I tore this fabric the last time. I can't tear that fabric. That is ridiculous.
Maybe.
Oh, there we go. Okay. we are going to take one paper clip, and I don't have any. Oh, I know where the little ones are. There. Well, I did know where the little ones were. Oh, here they are. Because I would like a little one better than that giant one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put the giant one away.
Oh man. My shoulder and neck muscles are really not happy about this.
Oh no, let's not do that. Something. Okay, so now we're going to. I'm just going to fold both pieces in half. You don't have to use two pieces, but this fabric is nice and thin. So then I'm going to put the folded little loop through my paper clip, put the ends through the loop, and now we have a rag flag. Ta-da!
It's one of the easier prompts once you know what it is.
Yes. and have your glasses on so that you don't read it as red flag.
That's true.
Okay. I think these need some little fancy ends. Just a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what I have decided on this one. It's just going to get this nice little border and one
one
like triple crochet scallop up here, and that's going to be it. Because I really am messing up my neck doing this. So
doing it, yeah. Don't do it if that's it's not worth it. It's better to do something simple and have fun with it. That's a red flag. So now I have a rag flag. And this is one of my pieces of fabric that we painted Sunday. I think it does not show up on camera near as pretty as it is because the colors are very subtle in it. It looks all the same color on at least on my monitor.
Yeah. You can see little bits of yellow in it, but mostly it looks the same.
Okay. Cindy, you make up a ransom note. Let's see.
Let me get my deal and I'll show you my ransom note. That'll be the easiest way to do it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be the easiest. And let's see, what was it? Paper bag insert. Okay. Use a piece of paper bag and put it in your book any way you want. Make a paper bag and put it in your book. Yes, remember. Josie's right. You can make it up. Rag Andy flag. Yep, it's just rag flag. It was just a rag Ann or raggedy rag Ann flag. It's just a rag flag. Sorry for my sniffy nose. It's just allergies. Well, that came out cute. Let's see. Thanks, John. We did all of those ribbons on Sunday. That was a piece of a curtain. This is a piece of a wedding dress. Oh, let's make. Oh, you have to do it. I don't have control.
Here's my ransom note. It's just the style of taking a bunch of letters and making words with it. That's what they're talking about. You can write anything you want.
Yes.
And I just said I will trade your smile for art supplies.
Mm-hmm. You could ransom your children for a housekeeper or
whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not ransoming my tea fairy.
No. You'd probably have a lot of takers. You'd have to set the price really high so that nobody would be able to afford it.
she thought she had to print out some ransom note from history or something. Oh, no, dear.
That would be cool, though, if you
That
could
would be
find one.
cool. Uh-huh.
Because you can interpret them however you want. So
Yes. Mm-hmm. That would be a fun ransom note to have.
it would be.
I mean, that would be cool. So, okay, I don't know why my phone is doing that. I'm going to have to check it and see. Yeah, it's
Most
doing it.
people make their ransom notes funny, you know.
Oh, Sherry just sent me hers. Okay, I'm going to show you. It says, "Send me your artwork,
Or else.
or else."
Cute, Sherry.
I like that, Sherry. That's a good one. But that was only one ping. Why did I have a second ping? Oh. I don't know why all of a sudden that. Hi, Kathleen. Yeah, some old newspaper story would be fun.
Hi, Kathleen.
Okay, let's see. I need to do another one. We have to do something else. So let's figure out something else to do. No, not that. That might be pretty. Okay.
Okay, now to do my little puffy thing, I think I'm going to do triple crochets because otherwise it won't be big enough to be noticeable.
To stick out at the top. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm going to use my bigger crochet hook.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't switch crochet hooks, guys. That's part of the thing. Is that, switching the crochet hook back and forth means that you don't have to fight with it so much. So, and I'm going to do just this corner right here.
Nope, I'm not going to change hooks because I can't get that one.
To go through the threads. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I had an ink pen here somewhere. There it is. Okay, let's see. We're going to put that there. That's 5.
Okay, I did this wrong, and now I can't. My brain is dead, and I can't remember how I'm supposed to do it.
Okay. You stitch from. Okay. If you've got this much space, you make your triple crochets into the center.
Right.
And you just keep making triple crochet. So you're like single crochet right here or slip stitch right here. Make all your triple crochets into the center one, and then single crochet or slip stitch in the other one, and it makes that.
Yeah. And what I did was I'm in the center, and I need to be not in the center to start.
That's right. Hi, Cheryl. Lisa's Heather just came on. Oh, Lisa's heater just came on. Yep, it did. And yes, I agree with Andrea. Perfection is sometimes overrated. So, and I'm going to use a big old hole again and show you my idea for the big old hole. I'm sure I've got something over there I can stick in it. Okay. Oh, and I hate this thread. Just so you know, this is it's from Hobby Lobby, and it's not cotton. When I bought it, I never thought to look, and I do not like this stuff. It is awful. So, just so y'all know, it's just not fun stuff. So, another thing you can do if you want, you can crochet with 2 threads, so you don't have to fight with your tail, but you got to have a long tail. And sometimes if you've got a big enough hole, that is just easier. And it gives you more thread around the edge. See, I don't particularly like it, but you know, it works. Yes, it was embossed, and it was just in my this is a piece I did Tuesday, Mindy. I cut it in half so that it was partly embossed and partly not, and it was in my scrap bin. Then he said just saw dryer lint on the. Yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna have to go clean out my dryer and see what I can do with dryer lint.
Okay.
Andrea wants to know if she needs her to send her some. Does anybody need us to send you some dryer lint? We can. I bet you even Lisa has dryer lint.
Oh yeah.
I know I have dryer lint. Especially since I think second to the last thing I did was towels. Joan, that journaling by fives can be an exercise in imperfections, and that's a good thing because then you know you had the fun of making a mess. Okay, come on, don't do that. Part of the reason this thread is such a pain is because it's slippery too. It's not cotton. I don't know what it is. I took it off the label, so you know. I think it's acrylic, but I don't know. I just know it's ornery. There. She has plenty of it. Mm-hmm. Yep, yep.
Okay. No. Sorry, gang. I just am fed up with this.
Well, then just stop at it. Just tie it off and be done. Have it that cute little um how did you do the stitch on the desk? Um she's going to do that next, Joan. And I think she's going to be done doing I think it's what I've been doing, but my edge tends to roll towards the front. Lisa's left-handed, so that might be why it looks like it's rolling towards the back. It may be there and we're just not seeing it.
My fingers are just not wanting to mess with this tiny stuff today.
And that can be difficult. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one just has a little ring around it and a bow. And it's not
Well,
even a good bow, but it's there.
I was going to say that.
It does
Now,
have a little something extra on it, though. So,
yes, it's a little bit extra, and it's just that was just stitched with a needle, so that's cute. Lisa, is
yes,
the card that's on your desk single crocheted in the holes?
both of these are single crocheted in the holes, and then this one has a single crochet around it, but it was a small thread. This one, all I did was single crochet in the holes, and I just left it after I went around.
Uh-huh.
And this, I think I really like this. I want to do one of these that's flat across like this, and then
Uh-huh.
put the scallop on it. But I have to
That's
figure out
that's
how to.
what I did with this, but it just kind of fluffed up so much that you can't tell that that's what it did.
Yeah, this one I did this, and then I made the scallops around it. But I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it today. Not doing it.
Well,
Okay.
and there is that this thing about guys, sometimes things that are laid up here on the table are not the easiest things to do because it's easier to hold on to something in your lap, or it's easier to see it when it's not out out there in front of you.
Yeah.
What happened, Josie? Something we missed something, hun. Let's see here.
I don't know.
Oh, Josie, we're so sorry.
Do you mind, Josie, if I pray for your family? Would that be okay with you? I'm going to wait till I hear from you because I, I want to make sure you're all right with it before I do it. When I'm using this hole punch,
She
I
said
just,
she would love that, Lisa.
okay, I'll move this to the edge of my last hole, and that's where I punch the next one so that they're
Oh,
evenly
that's a really
spaced.
good idea. Yeah, using your punch instead of measuring.
And that's about a quarter of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't keep me from making them up and down like this, though. But okay. If y'all join me, let's pray for Josie and her family. Heavenly Father, we know that you don't allow things to happen more than we can handle, but sometimes we don't feel like we can handle anymore. And we pray that right now that Josie and her family um, will feel your presence, will feel your hand holding them up and carrying them as they're going through this hard time. Lord, there are so many people who are having so much family issues right now with illness um, and then to have a car accident on top of that. Oh Lord, our heart just hurts for her and her family, and we just pray for your peace and your comfort because there's no one else who can comfort them right now but you. And I pray that you will give them comfort and that they will feel your presence, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I'm sorry, that just breaks my heart. Thank you for letting us pray.
Welcome,
You feel
Mona and Tanya. We're glad you guys are here.
we feel so helpless, I think, right now in a lot of ways. And we are helpless in a lot of ways. But I think being able to pray for each other is one way that we can feel less helpless.
Yes, ma'am.
One problem I have with these is that see how I went down?
Mm-hmm.
Lots of times that happens right here because I turn and then I don't lift my thing back up to get in line with that hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
This time I did, and then I moved it down for the next hole.
Okay, so that's just 2 rows of single crochet, and that's exactly what I did on this one, but I did it in the tiny hole. This one is in the bigger hole, and I did that on purpose because I have a plan.
She has a plan.
I have a
Plan's a good thing.
But now I am going to do okay, I'm going to do triple crochet, but I'm going to skip 2 single crochets.
Hi, Imelda.
Hi, Imelda.
I feel like I missed someone else besides
Tanya Woodward said was here, and I think she maybe have been lurking, but she's here.
Okay. We're glad you're here too.
Yep. We're glad everybody's here, and if we missed you, welcome, welcome. 3, 4. Now 5 sometimes is enough, but 7 just makes it a little fluffier shell. And I'm putting all 7 stitches in the same hole, so come on. There we go. Don't you like those sounds?
The sound effects.
The sound effects. Okay, now I got to skip 2, 1, 2, and go in there. Skip 2. I go right here.
Hi, Barbara. We're glad you're here.
Hello, Barbara. 2, 3. Uh-oh. Come on. Don't split. 2. Sorry, I was sideways.
I think I'm going to do a tab on the side, and then it doesn't really matter where it is. So I don't get all
there you go.
Conflicted or confounded or whatever, because I can't figure out what I'm doing.
There you go. And I think a tab on the side will be fun. Okay, that's 7. Okay, skip 2. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, that I did something wrong. Let's go back. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Okay.
My brain just doesn't want to crochet today. That's what it is.
Oh dear.
It's like, no.
Well, you had trouble with that the other night, so now it's just okay, that's 4.
Don't you remember you don't like this?
He's like, I don't want to do this. These little shells are how I kind of make my little flowers. When I make little flowers, I kind of do little shells is what I do. Okay. And I almost always go under both of there's a front loop and a back loop on a single crochet, and I pretty much always go under both loops, um, especially with thread.
Yeah.
So, um,
I did it so easy the first time because I wasn't thinking about it. And then, but now I'm having trouble figuring out what it was I did because
it's not working.
Well, it's not wanting to lay on top. It's wanting to.
The first couple of stitches will pull down to the bottom, and you kind of got to push them with your finger to get them back up there. Hi, Janice. Yeah. You're pulling through the hole at an angle. Try straighter if you can, says Janice. Part of that is her left-handedness.
Yes, part of it is.
And part of it is crocheting on paper. And I'm not sure how many's in there. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay. This bad one has
to go back. Last time I did it with the ease of a beginner who has no clue how hard it can be.
And now it's hard because you know that it's hard. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, I'm just saying that now. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. You know, the more you practice something, the easier it becomes, right?
I do know that.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, now let's put this tail away.
But it's wanting to crochet right here like this, just through the. But that looks kind of cool, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think I'm going to be a help.
Okay, let me hold it up to the camera. Let me see. Oh, it's because you're not going around the edge. You have to catch it. You have to catch the tail from around the edge. No, not in the back. You have to catch it.
I know, but I like this, so I'm going to go ahead and do this.
I love that. I thought.
And I'll do another one.
Okay, but see, that's what I was going to do right here.
Oh, is it?
Okay, I'll do something different. Yep.
Oh,
no, sorry. I like that. I like that idea. I think it's a fun idea. Overthinking. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is, Janice. She's thinking about it, and so now it's not working.
Mm-hmm. Instead of just crocheting like normal.
Yep.
Wow, good grief. Like I got trying to pull 6 layers through or something that time. There we go.
Oh, that split that thread. I don't want to split that thread. There we go. Now, here's the deal is that this has big holes in it now, and I'm going to go get something to put in this.
One thing I like about this is well, not completely, but in the corner here, but pretty much hides the holes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Tanya makes it look easy.
Well, it's not hard. It's a little frustrating the first couple of times you try to go around a card. The card is not easy to hold. You know, you can't get your tension right.
Yes.
That kind of stuff.
It doesn't, lay down for you.
It doesn't smush. But it's really not hard.
Unless you're Lisa.
No, it's not Lisa. It's just, the way.
But when I did this one, it was like lickety split, no big deal. And it's been a struggle ever since. Every other one I've done after this one has not been easy. So I'm not sure what I'm doing, different now. I know what I'm doing different here now, but I'm not sure why my brain is
Just
overreacting to
having
it at this
trouble with
point.
it.
But yeah, and the thread doesn't slip as easy either. So it you have to remind yourself to give yourself a little slack.
Yes, yes, you do. The the fact that the thread does not slide around the card. Okay. I don't have anything but black that's going to go with this, so we're going to use black.
Okay, don't complain about it. Says the complainer sitting over here.
Well, this purple that's in here is really dark, so it kind of looks black.
Oh, it's ribbon. Okay. No, ribbon will be fine. I thought you meant you were going to crochet with black. I was like, well, don't complain about it because we already know how bad that is.
Okay, let me think here, though. What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
And this hook just barely fits through this hole, so you kind of have to finagle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Barbara says, next time I'll grab my micron pen and make faux crochet stitches across the edge.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay, now I'm trying to remember who is it that makes these tags and gives them to Defy to sell
Isn't it
in the
Violet?
auction? I think it might. Is it Violet? I think it might be Violet. I know she does a lot of crochet things. Anyway, I have a whole new level of appreciation for her at this point. More, and I already appreciated her abilities, but it like tenfold now.
It jumped. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, now
jumped.
she's Superwoman.
The deal is if you have to use a bigger hole, there's ways to fix the bigger hole so that it doesn't look like it doesn't belong there. Okay. Now remember, with satin ribbon, you might want to put a little dot of glue on your bow if you want that bow to stay, because satin ribbons can come undone. And I would yes, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I don't want to leave them on there. I think they're too long. Okay. Okay, come on now. This is cheap satin ribbon too. And it does, there we go. Ta-da! I think it's cute.
Hold it back. Yes, that's adorable. Nope.
Violet, do we have you to blame for crocheting around the edge of a card? I think I saw Beth Schuler do it one night. Nettie, if you're talking about the scavenger hunt, she used glitter washi. There, I'm allergic to the sight of regular washi. We would have them once every week or two. Now, not at all. So once for me it is. Okay, glitter washi. Man, I'm tired. Okay. Teresa, I can tat, but it just is not real pretty. So I tatting's one of those things that you need to spend some time on, because the tension is really a big part of tatting, and my tatting was not good. I also have some very nice books somewhere. I don't know where it's at, where they do needle tatting instead of shuttle tatting. And I did not like that at all. It was way too loose and way too open for me. I wanted it to be tight like regular tatting, and it wasn't. I'm just going to glue this bow a little bit so that it's done and I won't forget it, because bows like to come undone when they're on tags. So they like to come undone anyways, but. Bye, Joan.
Bye, Joan. Thanks for coming. It's a good thing this is just a craft along and not a tutorial. Well, or it's a good thing you're here to do the tutorial part, because all I'm doing is the see it can be frustrating part.
I like that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to do what Lisa is doing, making that chain stitch around the center of it. Oops. Oh, swatch watches. How fun, Andrea. What a cool idea. Thanks, Holly. I think it came out cute on the corner like that. Just a little bit. It's not, frankly, I think this is way cuter than this. And this, yeah. I will do more of that kind of thing. It was my intention to do it just on this, but this came out cute, but this is not, I didn't think it was as cute. I think just a little tiny bit of a shell would be cuter. So, but I'm going to do that chain like Lisa's doing around this. I'm just going to do a chain, probably in a bow, especially since we're going to do it with black. Thank you, Sharon. Well, yes, Kathy. I mean, that's why I practiced. Did you all not realize that's why we practiced? Doesn't mean it helped.
I was going to say, I practiced, but it sure didn't do any good.
Okay, let's see here.
But I am at least getting a little scallop here.
Okay, see, and it was easier than stitching around it, apparently.
What was easier than stitching around it?
Crocheting that chain.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the main problem I had with the stitching was it was just so small, and I was working with such a small hook, and I just have my eyes and my hands just don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that I couldn't do it; it was just that I didn't have the.
It was just making it uncomfortable. If it's
Yes.
not fun, and if it's not fun, we're not doing it. Oh, now that might be fun. Oh, shoot.
What?
Well, that's going to put that right on the edge. I guess that's okay.
Okay, so here's my little scallop for this.
Oh, that's cute. Little tab to go in a side pocket. Which is the bottom. This is the bottom. Okay.
And now to let myself rest, I'm going to just go ahead and play with this.
Okay. Well, that's a plan.
Except I just realized.
What? Your glue's in the house.
No, I just realized that I have this little piece in the back that needs to be dealt with.
Okay.
There we go.
Robin's.
So that's what it looks like.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I think this is a stitch I'll be doing more of. That was fun. And it wasn't, it wasn't that hard. And I could use, smaller holes and smaller thread and do the same thing. But anyway.
Hi, Riri. Sharon said adorable.
I'm going to get my ink tints, and then I have something I have to show y'all.
Oh.
So you folks who stayed and struggled with us this long, you get to see.
We get to see. Oh, we get to see. Okay. Oh my.
I got this off of eBay. I do not know how old it is, but they had repaired it and put a wheel in here, which doesn't work, but it keeps them separated.
Uh-huh.
But it stamps really nice. Let me show you. Where's the... Well, I had already stamped on something. I thought I'd just show you that, but I'll just stamp on something. Okay, we'll stamp back here. We'll put a number on the back here. And these numbers are big enough that this part here, where you have, when you make it flat, it doesn't.
Andrew says that could be a weapon.
It could be, yeah. Oh, that's not the one I was wanting to move.
Tommy's here. Hi, Tommy.
I'm trying to get this where it's not a huge number.
Why?
Because I have a small space.
Oh, you have something. Oh, you're going to put it on.
I'm just going to put it on this tag.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. I didn't ink it up very good, but.
Oh, but I like it sketchy like that.
But the numbers are very crisp. So
they're very nice.
And you don't get ink on the side parts, which my little one does. Anyway, I was really excited. I didn't expect to win it in the auction because I put a low price, what I thought was a low price on it. and in the auction on eBay, but nobody else bid on it. So one other person did, but they didn't bid after their first bid, and so I ended up getting it. So anyway, I'm excited to have that sitting around my craft room to play with now. So
that is very cool. I like that. That's really cool. Okay, so we're
that was the thing besides the Defy auction that I spent the last of my fun money on. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I went out yesterday to get I had a new toy. Yay! I got those water brushes that I had to take back because the caps wouldn't stay on.
Right.
So it was going to Hobby Lobby. I went into Hobby Lobby and returned the brushes and came out with a different company's brand of brushes. They're not quite as big as I wanted. I wanted some bigger water brushes. I'm probably going to have to order, but at least they were bigger than the one I have. Plus, it gives me a couple so that I have more water when I want to work.
I thought what you wanted was smaller ones.
No, I got a smaller one and one that's slightly bigger than one I've got. These ones the great big ones that I've got are flat.
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought you were wanting to replace with something smaller than that. Okay.
I want big ones that are pointy. I want round brushes instead of flat brushes. That's the deal. Anyways, so I came out with only the brushes.
I'm proud of you.
I went up the street to Joann's, and I have gift cards. I have gift cards from Hobby Lobby and Joann's, right? That's what Jeff gave me for Christmas.
Right.
I came out of Joann's with nothing. So then I went to Tuesday morning. And I came out of Tuesday morning with one little package of napkins. Can you imagine that?
Sounds to me like you either were very self-controlled or it was that nothing strikes me today kind of day.
It was definitely a nothing strikes me today kind of day. Okay. All right. Let's see here.
I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with this. And then I want to put a ribbon, I think, in this one. And then this one Hannah's happy with, so I'm going to give it to her.
Okay.
And I should have added a few extra stitches right here in the corners because the corner's tucked behind.
Well.
Other than that, I think this one looks cute, but I do want to put a ribbon in it because I think it'll be fun. But I'm going to go ahead and ink tints it first too.
Putting a chain stitch in this is really easy. It's
Yeah, I think using a smaller hook and a smaller needle in the bigger holes will be easier to do than I was using, what really filled up the holes and the biggest hook that would go through there. And that's what made it a little harder, but
yeah.
Okay, I got to decide what kind of ribbon I'm going to put in here, and then I can decide what to ink tints it with because I think they kind of need to look like a
match. Yeah.
And right now, all I'm seeing that's that size is hot pink. And I did some hot pink stuff earlier today. I'm not really in the mood to do hot pink. Oh, I'll use
it. It would have been much wiser of me to have gone up the other side where I don't have to fight with this big card in my hand. Okay, duh. We'll just take it out and go the other way.
I think I'm going to just use some yarn instead of ribbon.
Well, that is normally me, Kathleen, but yesterday was, I guess, nothing. I guess nothing at all. I had slight headache. We were still having very crummy weather. Not totally rainy, but cold and not real pleasant weather. And I guess it was just not pleasant out, and I just decided I wasn't half buying, so. I did get new. I actually made the girl at Hobby Lobby take the brushes out of the package though, so that I could see that the caps would stay on. They have half a dozen different companies in the art department, but this is much easier if you have the small edge to hold on to and aren't trying to hold on to and keep your tension all the way across the card.
Yeah.
Come on. Even this is still just tag bases for me. I'm just going to put them back in my tag bin until I'm ready to actually decorate them for a project. They would just have a little more done to them is all. That chain stitch is real cute though.
Yeah, it is.
So this would be something you could do around things that you might normally take the sewing machine and sew around.
Yeah.
Of course, once you have the holes punched, back stitching around it probably wouldn't be that hard either.
No. And that's what I'm actually going to do with this yarn in here is just back stitch around it.
Back stitch around it. Okay. There you go, Andrea. Mm-hmm. Well, I had already figured I was going to have to do something else for my vegetable sticker page, and because Jeff got vegetables last week or so, and none of them have stickers on them, and I thought, when am I going to get a sticker? Of course, it's not like I don't have a while, but at the same time, it's like, wonder what else I could do. So I kind of had a plan. And then today, Mom got me a vegetable sticker. So I'm going to use my plan, but then I'm going to add the vegetable sticker in it. So, which I have a fun idea for. So
I'll be looking forward to seeing it.
There we go. Come on now.
Cheryl says, wow, the word winter and Florida do not sound right in my head.
Well, let's just put it this way. I had a hat and gloves on this morning, but it's gorgeous outside right now, or it was earlier before I, got on. It was supposed to be like 60 degrees out today, but we've been having a lot of freezing temperatures. There's been Excuse me, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Jeff's doing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I could even hear it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's noisy.
As long as we know it's not some kind of emergency, we're good.
It's nothing broke, so that's what matters. Okay. No, Jeff's friend gave him fancy clock. What do you call it? Yeah, it's got outside thermometer and all that thing for his birthday. So okay, so let's see.
I want to go home. Take my toys and go home.
Okay. Let's just not do that anymore, Lisa. Let's just find something else to do. Yep.
Well, and this was just was the wrong kind of yarn to try to do this with because it has all these knobbies that catch the needle and
yeah.
It was a choice I made that was the problem.
Okay,
anyway.
I'm going to leave these strings on here and just leave that like that. Because it's a tag base, so I might put some little beads on there or something else when I do the tag. But I really like that chain stitch around it. It's very cute.
I do too.
So I like that. I like this. I love this one. This is cute with the fluffy. But it would be even cuter, I think, with something a little less fluffy where it just shows off the scallop.
Yeah.
But it's cute with the fluffy, especially on that card. So, I mean, these are okay, but they're not my favorite. So,
yeah.
Now we know that. So,
now we know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I've got 4 things, but 2 of them I did in advance. So I've done these 2 things today. And I'm okay with those, but amidst all the other things that would not work for me, I managed to get 2 things done.
Kathy said she loves fresh fruit and veggies and bought a ton, and there was 1 sticker on 1 banana. Yeah, Mom had 7 tomatoes, and there was 1 sticker. Cindy says, you are so calm. Mine usually ends up across the room.
Well, I was thinking I was acting like a baby, so I wasn't thinking I was being very calm.
Oh, so I was going to say, Cheryl, I meant to say earlier, somebody mentioned something you were going to get bananas. Zinc might help it too, if you have zinc. She's got wiggly legs today. That doesn't mean we have to go. I'm just saying that you don't have to do anymore.
I'm not getting off at the moment. I'm just thinking, but avocado, if you like avocado, it has more potassium than bananas.
Right.
A lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you might keep that in mind. It's a lot better for you sugar-wise too.
I think this card's going to need a little flower to go on it. And rather than doing another card, which I'm not really fond of, I'm going to make a little flower.
That sounds good. I'm going to cut these that I finished after we quit Tuesday and make them into small tags.
Really pretty.
I think I'm going to make 1 belly band kind of thing for it, and then like these other ones.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kathy. How is it Thursday already? Well, here's the deal. Somehow or another, I thought it was Thursday. I've thought it was Thursday all week. I kept telling Jeff to put the garbage out. I forgot that it was my turn to host on Tuesday. It was just constant. I don't know what the deal was.
I think these are going to make really cute little tags.
Yeah, they are.
I almost wish I had that punch now that just punches the he's at the top of
Okay, I went and looked yesterday. I did not go ahead and buy it because I knew I needed my coupon for the um, brushes. They were not on sale, and they are no longer labeled Paper Studio. They have some other names, so I don't know how much of the time they'll be on sale. And it was $25.
Yeah.
And they do have two of them. One has more rounded tops, which I think is really pretty. And I almost got it, but I didn't. It's like, okay, do I really want that? But yes, I think it would be very, very useful.
Oops.
Lori Lou is here. Lori Lou is here.
Hi, Lori Lou. Glad you're here. Okay, there's those two. Where's the?
Yeah, see, I really like that tag punch too. But I like my itty bitty tiny one best of all.
Well, I was punching this so I could see where I need to trim it so that I could do several of these. So.
Oh, how big? Yeah.
Because I do have to, cut it in between to do the next one. But I think I can go ahead and just tuck this one right in here. And I can get another one from this. Where did I put my other ones? Well, that's trash. This is trash. Okay, what did I do with the little tags? Oh, here they are. I put them aside in a neat little pile.
Okay, guys. She is not having a good day today.
It all started trying to make that video last night.
Yeah, she had a bad night, guys.
Oh, goodness.
Well, and guys, I apologize for those of you who have noticed a problem with the audio on my videos. I apologize, and unfortunately, I've got videos already edited and uploaded that I don't think I can fix. So my best thing is to fix from here forward. I'm honestly not sure what's wrong. So I do apologize that you're having trouble with my audio on my videos. I've got to have different glasses for sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. That was that one. I will get it fixed just as soon as I can, though. Honestly, when I edit the videos, I haven't noticed any problems. So, and because I don't listen to them after I upload them necessarily, I didn't even know there was an issue. So, I am sorry, guys.
Well, I'm just sorry I didn't say something to you sooner when I saw it, and wondered about it. I just assumed that if you could do something about it, you would. And so I didn't say anything. You probably could have investigated a lot earlier if.
Well, yeah. Now, it may mean I have to have a new microphone, but the problem with that is that I I can't plug a microphone in anywhere. It will have to be a Bluetooth mic, which means I have to figure out. The only one I saw on Amazon was $100, so that's not happening.
Oh.
Can't find anything?
Are you talking to me?
Uh-huh.
Well, I just cut this last little tag here.
Yeah, and it flew somewhere.
I picked up the scrap that was with it and went to toss it, and I threw the whole thing in the trash. And so that little tag went with it into the trash.
Uh-oh.
And right into some painty stuff, and I'm not going to dig through the painty stuff to try to find it. So
no. Hi, Cindy. Give me 1 minute, and I'll show you what we've done. Lisa, do you want to show her what you've done?
Yeah. Sure. I'll show you I'll show you what I've got done. These I did before we came together today. This one I backstitched and then crocheted, and this one is just crocheted around, and this one I crocheted around it, and then I did a single crochet around that. And then today all I did was struggle with trying to do anything, but this one I backstitched and crocheted around and just left it like that. And this one I did like a chain stitch through the card and the little, what do you call that thing? A little scallop. And that's all I got done of that, and I was through with messing with that. So that's all of what we were supposed to be doing today that I got done.
Well, I didn't get a lot much more done. Just 1 second. I'm almost to the end. Yep. I'm going to tell you what, guys. I have reached under my hand like that with the scissors before and cut my finger.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you don't realize what you've done until you've done it. I crocheted on this corner and then put a little ribbon in it. The ribbons just run through the holes that I crocheted through. I did this fluffy crochet piece that's kind of funky on this funky tag because, it'll need to be inked still. I did this little pocket edge, which I really like that edge. I'll probably do, that's not too hard to do. I love this little chain stitch edge that Lisa was doing. So I did that one, and I left these in case I want to add beads to it or something. And these, so see, I only did 4 little things. These were the 2 that I had done previously. This one's crocheted all the way around, and this one's just got a little tabby top. Lisa, if that's your Franken paper, it turned out really well.
Yeah, this is what I did when we were making tag bases on Tuesday. This was the last one I did, and I didn't get it finished until after we got off the air. And I made it thinner than the other ones. These are the ones I made from the first ones that I did. They were too heavy to use this punch with, and so I knew I wanted to use this punch, so I made it a thinner one. And I love it. I think it turned out really well too. And part of that is thanks to Tanya, because she made me calm down and not add too much stuff.
She kept going. She kept adding stuff on top of those red stripes, and she kept adding and kept adding and kept adding. And it's like, you gotta leave the red stripes alone and not put your papers over top of that again. Stop that. I actually told her what to do the other day after we got off. I said, don't do it anymore.
I mostly obeyed. I did add these little bitty stripes in a few places.
Which that's okay. Yeah. But
but none of them covered up any of the red.
That
they added a little more red.
She kept covering up her red, which is what she really liked about that in the first place, was the red. So needless to say, I had to
The
give her
other papers I was using, I was trying to get rid of and cover them up because I didn't like them. This paper I actually liked, and so I did intend to leave some of it. I just wasn't being as good about it as Tanya thought I should be.
yeah. She just I had to scold her.
She
She
did.
doesn't listen very well, but for that
I
she
don't
did.
want to be.
Night, Lorlu. Back to work. Okay. Cindy, the tiny crochet hooks are not pleasant if you're not used to them. I used to crochet lace with, and I'm going to tell you what, this crochet hook is almost as small as a needle. You can't, there's no way I can even see where's the hook? There's the hook. Okay. You can barely see it. Well, this hook is way bigger. I know that's not in focus, but hi, Mindy. That's what crafting friends are for. See, Andrea thinks I was, doing what I was supposed to do,
Hey, Mindy. I thought I saw you here earlier. Did you leave and come back, or are you leaving now? Or, or did I just imagine that I saw you?
Andrea, this one's not even the smallest one I own. This one still has a hook you can see on it. Some of these, I actually have one that got broken because it was so tiny. This is out of my grandmother's box. This was hers. And when you crochet with like tatting thread, you need tiny, tiny, tiny hooks. So, okay, now there's
throwing these away, and I need them for my
you need them. Yes.
that trashy thing.
Yep. We're going to do trash art. Just so you know, guys, you're supposed to save the pieces of paper that's going into your trash. That's what I thought, Mindy. I thought you were there the whole time. Oh, she may be leaving. Mindy may be leaving. Okay, see these little tiny flowers? You can put these up through the center like so, and then put a little button on there. It's really cute. I'm not going to today. I'm just going to I'm going to cut it off. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut them off.
Look how cute these are turning out.
Oh, those are adorable.
They look like I worked so hard on them. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you order that punch?
Yes, I ordered it off of Amazon.
Okay.
It's Sunlit brand.
Sunlit.
And I just looked up tiny tag punch.
Uh-huh. I've seen it.
It's a 3-inch 3-tag punch.
Now I have one size that's close to that I use a lot. It's about 1 inch. I have a hook that small. Use sewing thread with. Yes, that's about it, Teresa.
Oh.
Okay, I have to decide where I'm going to put this flower, but I think I'm just going to put it like right there.
I haven't seen the movie, Cindy, but that's how I'm feeling today. Just having a bad day. Maybe I need to go watch it.
What do you think, Lisa?
I think it's adorable.
Right there where it's at.
Yep, right there where it's at.
That's what I thought. And then that tag is actually done. No, it needs ink. I will have to ink it.
Yes, I was going to say it needs ink.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to ink it right now because I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Put it, where I'm going to put it. So whether or not I'll use sepia or coffee or black, and probably, very likely I will use black because of the black ribbon. But I don't want to ink it right this minute until I know what project I'm going to put it in. But I like that. I think it's cute. And those flowers are much easier to do in your lap, just so you know, when you can hold the thread right up to your nose.
Well, that's what I would have to do. Hold them up to my nose.
This might need a flower too. What do we think?
I think it would be very, very cute with a flower. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like it just like it is, but I think it would be very cute with
one little flower. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I can make a flower. Go ahead and use coffee, Tanya. It'll be right in the middle. Oh, between black and sepia? Yes. Mm-hmm. Not only that, if I used coffee, I'm going to go, but see, I might need to use one of the library green or an olivey green color around it, and then use the black. So, might have to think about that. So, now, I don't know, those of you who crochet, I don't do a chain in the middle of my little flowers. Just so y'all know, I wrap this around my finger one time, not two or three, just once. And then I start and chain, and I chain two to make a single crochet. And then I've got this funny little tiny loop. And then I crochet my stitches into there. And I do like 5 single crochets, and then what happens is you take the tail and you pull it, and you just pull it nice and hard and nice and tight. It's just easier, and it's not as sloppy in the middle if you have it, than to have a chain stitch, or little chain stitches in there. So it just makes a smaller hole. And then I slip stitch in the first single crochet, and then I single crochet in there, and then I do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and these are all in the same hole, or in the same stitch. There's 3 double crochets, then another single crochet, and a slip stitch in that same original stitch. That's a slip stitch, Tanya, not another single crochet. So then I go to the next stitch and I single crochet. No, I slip stitch, excuse me. I single crochet. What are you doing? Here you go. Come on. I single crochet, then I do 3 triple crochets, or double crochets.
It's not triples. Magic ring.
Yes, but okay, Violet, am I doing the magic ring the right way? Because I didn't think I did it the right way. I've heard it called that before, but I thought when I looked it up that it was a little bit different, and it makes it so much nicer in the center of things. But I just repeat those let's see, slip stitch, single crochet, 3 double crochets, single crochet, slip stitch. So that's 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4, 5,
oh.
6, 7. The way you did it seemed like how I do it. Gives me a smaller center. Yeah, no gap. That's right. Okay, well then I am doing it right. So I wasn't sure. What did you do, Lisa?
Well, I was cutting this, and this place where it only has the scrapbook paper
Yep.
was weak, and it just bunched up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did that wrong. You do have to pay attention to what you're doing.
I think I'm going to leave these just like this for right now, and I may use them like straight like this, or I may cut them up into tags. I did it thinking I was going to cut them up into small tags, but I think I'm going to keep them like that because I've got a lot of these, and then I've got a bunch that I did like this. So I'm getting a lot of tags out of that piece of paper anyway.
Yeah. Well, yes, Violet, it's a magic ring. That's and it just makes it so there's so much it's so much neater in the center of something when you're doing a granny square or any of those kinds of things. Oops.
Whoa.
You got to pay attention and remember what you're doing though.
Okay.
Whoa, what? Did you hurt yourself?
Well, I didn't think this would be too much to go through that little corner rounder, but it is. So I'm gonna get my
Uh-oh.
if I can find my chomper. I'm looking over here where it's supposed to be, and it's not there.
Uh-oh. That's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing because there it is. It was just behind the container instead of in the container.
Okay. Well, as long as that's the case,
Yeah.
we got to do one
Andrew
more
says,
petal.
time for me to wave that little white flag and go to bed. I'm pooped. Thanks for everything, Lisa.
Okay.
You're welcome, Andrea. Sleep well.
Night, night. I definitely cannot read chat when I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
And I don't have on my strongest readers, but I've got on a pair that's pretty good.
I've decided all these little ones I'm just going to do like this.
Oh, that's
rather
cute,
than try to make them have the tagged look. Because I think I like that just fine.
Okay.
And I'm not very successful with that on a good day. And today I'm sure I would not be successful.
Well, that's why I started to tell you at Hobby Lobby, that one that does the tops. They have two. One that does a little kind of a rounded top, and one that does the angle. Now I have two Stampin' Up punches that actually do small angled tags. So that definitely was not something I was going to get, but at the same time, it was one of those things I was like, I want it, but I'm not paying that much money for it.
Yeah. Because even with the 40% off coupon, that's an investment.
Yeah, it is. And I was like, no, I just don't need it. And I guess, I don't know, it was kind of weird though to go into 3 stores in a row and come out with almost nothing. It was very weird.
Okay. Well, I have these, these have the little rounded, and I like that, but I think I like it for small tags. I don't think I would want it for bigger ones.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's I think it would be fun for bigger ones though, too. I think. Of course, those tags in that tag punch does not accept a great big tag. I think it's 1.5 to 2.5 inches.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the bigger, what the sizes were.
Yeah. I think it's every half inch, inch and a half, two and a half. What's going on? Cindy says, my poor sister, every year she buys me 100% polyester PJs. And every year I have to tell her I only wear cotton. And every year she says, really? Yep.
I think while I'm sitting here, I'm going to do the corners on these. Because if I decide to meter the corners or whatever you call it up at the top, I can still do that.
Yeah.
And then the back ones will be rounded already. So
yeah. Now I'm not going to do that on my 4x6s because you know what I've got?
What have you got?
Remember the day I told you I was in Joann's? I haven't even used this.
Oh, you got a fancy corner thing.
Yes, I got one of those fancy ones. One of them, okay, let's play with, let me finish my flower and put it on there so, I don't get distracted. Squirrel.
And then you can play with that.
Yeah, in a second. Because, I used to do this kind of stuff in the car. Now, I cannot do this kind of stuff in the car anymore.
Yeah.
It's too tiny in the car. I have to have something big that, requires big thread, big needles, that kind of thing. And something that doesn't make me think. Dishcloths.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
When I worked for the orthodontist back, I started working for him my senior year in high school. And I worked for him for 19 and a half years. But we used to travel to some small towns that, couldn't sustain an orthodontist on their own. So we had an office in Hereford, and we used a dentist office in Friona, and went there too. And so, we had that drive, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on whether we were going to Hereford or Friona. Of course, that was back when the speed limit was 55. And so it wouldn't take as long to get there now. But anyway, I would always do cross stitching or crochet or something like that in the car because it kept me from getting car sick. Because I had, back in those days, I had real trouble with being car sick. Well, I guess the only reason I don't now is because I always ride in the front, maybe. I don't know. But I had to ride in the back then. And so Janet says her fingers hurt just looking at that small flower.
That small flower. And I used to do them. Okay, this is big thread. This is really big thread. This is not the smallest thread I have, but this is much. This is 20. That's DMC 20. That's 10. Let's see what's in here. Well, see, and this doesn't have that kind of same number on it. This is not much bigger than sewing machine thread. But I may have used this more on my bobbins. I have done, I shouldn't say I used to do, I have done bobbin thread or bobbin lace back in, 100 million years ago. We're just going to punch this just to see what it looks like on this little tag.
Before you do, I want to ask you a question before I punch these.
Yeah.
You said you're not going to round the corners on your 4x6s, and the reason for that was?
Depending upon whether or not I'm going to put them into a book or send them in as a postcard.
Okay.
Now I have rounded corners on postcards, but if I'm depending upon what I'm going to use them for, like if I use them in my travel book,
Yeah.
I may not want to round them. So I haven't decided yet on that.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't some reason that I needed to be aware of that I might want to not do it either.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm happy to send them rounded, and
And they go through the mail fine rounded. It's more
yeah.
about what I'm going to do with them later. He did one with sewing thread, Janet. That is awesome. I've watched his video. I didn't remember seeing sewing thread. Susie says she's been to Hereford.
It was quite a trip, I'm sure, Susie.
Okay. Look at how cute look at there. Okay.
Oh yes. Oh, I love that. It looks like a little tab.
Okay, now what we will do is this is let's use the 1/4 inch on the bottom. Okay, now that's too stinking cute.
That's perfect. Which chomper is that?
This one has a stub and a scallop.
And that was the stub or the scallop?
That was the scallop.
Okay.
The last time I was into Joann's, when I was into Joann's the other day, they do not have these. You know, this was on clearance, but the last time I was into Michael's, they did have them.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it at Hobby Lobby, at least at our Hobby Lobby. All they have is this one and the chomper, and sometimes they don't even have this one, and they just have the hole punch one.
Right. And there is they've got a new different one than the rounded corners. It's got like, excuse me, I apologize. They have like a boxed corner on it.
Right.
And it's okay, but it didn't really excite me, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's cute too. If I punched all 4 corners like that, it would look like a ticket. It'd make it easier to see. And then if I push the little 1/4 inch tag thing on the bottom, that's the shape it is. This is the color. Yeah. Now I like that, but I love the scallop.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the other one better, but that one is cute as well.
And I will tell you that this one has an issue. I'm going to have to write to him and ask him what's going on. It gets caught. It closes and it locks up. And I haven't used it that much, so there is no reason it should be doing that. But I'm going to need to message him and ask him if there's some place in it that I need to look for an obstruction or something.
Yeah.
So let's see what it looks like on a bigger tag. No, not that one. I want the scallop. Okay, bye, Barbara.
Okay, bye-bye.
It's cute on a bigger tag. Yeah, now, it would be cute. It'd be cute all the way around on this one, though. And use this one like a... And I can put fluffies up there if I want to.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I was going to say. I think it'd be pretty all the way around.
Mm-hmm. I was also going to show the tab thingy. Her friend's family lived there, and her father was the pastor of the First Baptist Church. So they went there for spring break.
Cool.
Tom, I'm going to get my other thingy out. Oh dear. Oh, I can't stand up. I really like making tag tops with this thing. This really is kind of cute.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just a matter of punching the top of the tag. And turning it over and punching it again. And you end up with that kind of thing. I think we want.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's cute that way. It's cute if you offset it too. Let's do an offset one. That ought to be fun. See, I got 3. I got tags that match the pocket now too. Sherry sent me a picture of a couple of her scrap cards. Let's see. Can you see that at all? Oh, my lights are bad. That's just not. Let's just. Sorry, it's so blue, guys. It's not. It's honestly not that blue.
Well, it's cute, but it's hard to tell exactly what they look like. But
yeah. Oh, here. That should work. At least that's a little better.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got like fabric down at the bottom and the picture in the middle.
I love it.
And this one's got a window on it. How fun. And fabric, there's a little scrappy thing right there, like a little taggy thing. That's cute.
Yeah, cute.
Those
are really cute.
Yeah, they're very cute. Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, I know what it was. I want to make this offset over here. Let's see here. How do I do that again? I forget. I always forget. Oh, yes, I know. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this like so.
I'm honestly not sure if I'm ever going to like these because they're all like this. And I've had them sitting under something, but you wouldn't know it.
Okay, is that from the wallpaper?
Yeah.
It might be because the wallpaper was rolled in the first place.
It might be, but it's very frustrating.
You may have to stick them upside down under something and
I've had them under something.
Well, but if you put them in a plastic bag with a damp paper towel and then put them under something
while they're in the plastic bag?
Yep.
Okay.
It might put moisture into the glue, which might make it flatter. I don't want to guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Don't let the damp paper towel touch them. Because then
how
you really
do that without letting the damp paper towel touch them.
Well, put them in the plastic bag and squish the damp paper towel up to the edge somehow.
Oh,
Or, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Is it making sense? Okay. Okay.
But they're all of them are, and I've been trying to straighten them. Anyway, that's
Mm-hmm.
frustrating because it makes me not want to use them. I just want to toss them in the trash.
Okay. Now the other thing might be to iron them between your Teflon sheet. Don't you have one of these Teflon sheets?
Uh-huh.
If you put them down on a single layer, fold the Teflon sheet in half. Be careful, don't iron right on where the fold is. And press them where they're warmed up.
Okay.
That wallpaper might flatten out.
I will try it.
Josie says yes, mist them, then flatten them.
Okay.
A little bit of moisture is what I was thinking. Okay, so now this thing is where I have to cut this. We have to cut that piece off. It will be easier to do this way. Okay, let me see here. How do I remember how to do this?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't particularly like that. No, don't like that. But I'll fix it. Guess I'm fixing it with the scissors, though.
I tried the heat gun thing, Lori, and it wasn't enough.
Because there wasn't any weight.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. Not particularly happy with it, but that's not too bad.
Well, it's kind of odd, but
yeah.
You put a pretty flower over that little hump there, and it'd be real cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it, but I'm not gonna do anything with it right now. It's like, no, don't like that. Now, when I put the tab right in the middle, that is kind of cute.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't look as awkward, I guess.
Yeah, that looks kind of, like you said, awkward. This one I can't do that. I don't want to do that with because I'll lose that number. So we'll scallop the top of it. Hi, Lori. No, what are they for? Okay, wait. Cindy said, no, what are they for?
Oh, was she talking about these that I was going to get rid of?
Yeah, she says not to do that, so,
They're just, I was just making, well, they're projects that didn't work out, and so I was going to make them into tags and journaling spots, and
yes.
And that's not seeming to work out very well either. So they've already had one job they refused to do. These were on craft paper, and so they're staying nice and flat.
Nice and flat. Mm-hmm.
But I'm just trying to make them, kind of straightened up so that I can use them as tags. Yay, Nettie! She found a dried flower from her son.
Yay!
That's one less thing on her scavenger hunt.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I do like the scallop for the top of these tiny tags, though. It's really cute. It
Yeah, it
really,
is. It's very, very cute.
uh-huh. It really kind of adds to them. See, there was a reason I did not need that punch yesterday
Yep.
because, I have a scallop punch. So,
You
yeah.
made the right decision when you left it there.
Yep, yep. I had forgotten about this. Yes, about those. That's what she's talking about is those. She had put glued two pieces of sort of vinyl wallpaper together, Cindy, and she was going to use it for a cover, and then it it cracked where she had put stuff on it. It had cracked, so it wasn't going to work as the cover that she wanted it to work for, and so she ended up cutting it up into tags, and now they're rolling. Of course, you do know once you put them in a book, you probably won't see them again for a long time. So they probably would flatten out eventually. Hi,
Yeah,
Deborah.
maybe.
But I do understand your point because that would bother me. I don't like things when they're too thin or they're rolly or.
Hi, Deborah. Well, I just thought, I don't want to put any more effort into these
Yeah.
and be wasting my time and then never use them because I just don't like them.
Well, the other thing is if that's the case and that's how you feel about them, put them under something that you don't move for a very long time. And when you find them, they'll be flat and you'll go, oh, look what I can use now.
That's probably a doable idea because I'm sure I have plenty of things. This was going to be little journal covers, and they wouldn't fold to make little journal covers, so I decided to make tags out of them, and I'm happy I did that. That is a worthwhile save, but the other one I'm not sure.
How did
I'm
we
not sure
become
it is.
partners in crime? Well, it's really funny, but we started our channels almost at the same time, within weeks of one another, which is really odd. Um, we were watching Mary and Becky.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the first thing was that we decided to stream together, and then we decided to just that was so much fun we want to keep doing it, but I can't remember.
Well, it might have been jelly plate printing, and we did
Wouldn't be
hang.
surprised.
We were doing hangouts,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about what it was we were working with.
Well, we did that first little book with Jerry, and I don't think when we did that we thought we were going to be doing it from then on. But
No, we
we
had
did.
done something. We did something before we did that book with
Yeah,
Jerry.
but I'm not sure what it was. Oh well, we did a little scrappy book. Wasn't that was our very first thing we did
Yes, that was it. Was the
together?
very first thing we did was the scrappy book. And did we have company when we did the scrappy book?
I
Kathy says
can't remember. It's been so long.
she received a little journal in Happy Mail and says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm I'm glad it got there. It was taking them so long to get them to you. I was beginning to wonder if they were even going to arrive.
Um, but I'm thinking that um, that it was the scrapbook we did first. I know it was the
Yeah.
scrapbook we did first. And then the next time we did the book with Jerry, also wanted to help keep the Fibs busy during the quarantine. Yes, Janet, that's when we started. We had been streaming together twice
Once
a
every
month,
2 weeks.
once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of twice a week, we had been streaming together once every 2 weeks for, a year,
Yeah.
better than a year, when we decided, and quarantine hit, and we decided to stream together twice a week. Um, then we had to ease off just a little bit because we were doing it from, what were we doing, 1 to 4 or something like that, or
Noon to
noon to
4 on
4
Tuesdays and 1 to 4 on
Thursdays.
Thursdays.
And we decided we just couldn't keep that schedule up. So we went to the 2 to, well, it's 4:30 already.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
Um,
2 to 4, but
right. Yeah, you guys know how that goes. Um, and when we decided to do that, then it was just one of those things where we have so much fun together. That's the thing.
well, and it gives us an excuse to try all the things we want to do because we need something to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, like we need something to do. I have lots of things I could do,
Oh,
but
I always have
it's,
things I could do, but this is
it's
more fun
about,
than most of them.
yeah, it's about having things that we have find fun to do. So, but yeah, that's when we started doing twice a week. When I got back from when we had to cancel our trip and I came back from court because of quarantine.
This
That's
will
when
be
we
our
just,
third year streaming together
yeah, I
because we
think it will
started in
be.
January of 2018.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, we're glad you found us too, Cindy. We're glad all of you found us.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That is a little different than the scallop. It has just a little different shape,
Yeah.
and so I like them both. That's the okay. There was another piece of black in there, and oh, there it is.
I am going to need to get off by 5, so
Oh, yeah, I do too.
okay.
I have to go back to work, so and I had a message earlier that I need to deal with. So
Well, do you need to get off earlier than that?
no. Um, I've got all day tomorrow to make sure she understands what's going on. She asked me for something, and one of the reasons I don't do special orders anymore is because people don't seem to understand that just because I have something that is this color, the glass can have the same number. It could have come in the same thing, but it will be this color.
Yeah.
You know, some of the glass is a different color within the rod. And there's nothing I can do about it. And
So it's hard to duplicate things.
yes, and
Yeah.
not only that, and then a lot of times they don't know what they actually want. Um, at the same time, I don't mind trying, but if it's not what she wants, that's fine, and I'll just list it. You know, that doesn't
Right.
bother me as long as it's something I already make. I've quit doing anything where it's not what I make already. So
Yay. Kathy says she'll have to get off at 5 too because her wonderful husband will have supper ready by then.
Ooh.
I say yay for
Nice.
you.
Hi, Lala. Mine is going to get leftovers.
Hi, Lori.
He's
Hi,
fine
Riri.
with that. So I know what.
Goodness. An abscess tooth is not fun.
No, I dealt with that for 2.5 months. Not pleasant. Okay, let's see if we can make this a little different.
I've had a lot of dental issues over the years, but luckily I've never had one go that far bad before I had it taken care of.
Well, I tried. They just couldn't seem to take care of it.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, good grief.
Now, one thing, the tags that we made Tuesday, I made them a size specifically to fit in one of these boxes.
Yeah.
These tags I just cut, and I don't know if they're going to fit in one of these boxes or not.
In your boxes, yeah.
So, this one is the tallest one. And then these two. The rest of these will probably fit. Let me get a box and see. But I have other ways to store them. I don't have to put them in here.
Yeah, but that was the whole point, though, was to have some at least in the boxes so that they're in our pantry.
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't like that.
Well, cover it up with something, a piece of lace or something.
Well, I can fix the problem.
Oh, there you go. That was easy.
That was really easy, you know. I can fix the problem. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the only one that wouldn't fit in there, so I'm just going to shorten it, and then it'll fit in there with all the others. So it's not like it's a terrible tragedy to take off that little bit.
Well, I have some belly bands too, and I'll just put my bigger tags in with my belly bands.
Well, I have these pieces that all are going to have to go together, and I like having those strips. I'm definitely going to make some more of those just to have, because that's as handy as having tags, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kathy says she's so spoiled. Mm-hmm. I am too, because mine does dishes. You know, that is spoiled beyond belief is when he does the dishes. I am going to sew around, let me see, a batch of those. Not that one necessarily. I'm going to sew around these with the sewing machine. And then they'll be ready for the pantry. I think I'll sew around that one.
I think I'm going to go ahead and do corner rounding on these two because I really just like that better. I don't always do it just because I'm lazy sometimes, but I like it better than straight corners. So I'm just going to do it while I'm sitting here.
I'm not going to try to sew around that. It's too stiff. That will be fine. I can do that one. I do like that pocket. I'm going to have to do more pockets for my pantry. Now, we'll probably do that another day.
Pockets, yeah.
We're have a day we're going to do pockets. That piece just ended up being pocket size, so that's why it turned into a pocket. And I'm not going to do the corners on those until I decide kind of what I want to do with them. And I left this one.
Now watch me do all this and then have a project and I really want straight edges on it.
I don't know. I don't usually use straight edges on much of anything. But if you do want straight edges, you could just cut it off a little.
That's true. Or just make another one, because I can always do that.
Well, these
Thank
don't
you,
fit.
Holly.
These
Good
don't fit back.
night.
Good night, hon. Don't fit back in so well when you have the crochet all on them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But,
I'm
but
going to have to have a separate box for those.
yeah. Well, mine is gonna fit. I'm gonna make it fit. I have a separate box for my 4x6s, for my postcard size ones.
Yeah. Well, I put all mine in the same box. I mean, the ones we made Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'm
I haven't put these away yet. These are my postcard bases. So, but when I get them in there, they'll fit. I just love this one with the corner on it. I think it came out so cute. That one is just cute. Now, the next thing is having that kind of color in a journal. But I imagine that there'll be one that you can just grab all your stuffs. We need to just do that. Make a totally mixed up. Of course, these are not going to go with anything.
And everything clashes journal.
Yes, and everything clashes journal. I think I'll sew on those. And sew on those. And by sew, I mean sewing machine. I'm gonna use the sewing machine on some of that. That needs to be turned into a tag, but it didn't fit in the box, and that's why I have tags that didn't go in the box. Where are they? They're hiding.
It's amazing how many of these tags you can get in one of these little boxes.
Yes. Okay. Well, wonder what I did with them.
I don't know. But this one where, some of these little boxes, they don't want to stay shut very well. And this was one of them. But when I filled it full of all these tags, that helped it stay shut too.
It helped it stay shut.
Pressure on the lid and made the hinge stick,
Yep. Well, now that is really odd.
You still can't find them?
No, they have to be right here. I had them. Oh, they're right here, right in the pile.
Oh.
Do you like the corner chomper? Lala, yes. The corner chomper is one of those things. One of the things you need to think about is when you do your tags, if you're going to round the corners, you got to round the inside piece. Excuse me, I apologize. You have to round this inside piece when you put this outside piece on. But I think this one will be fine because I cut the angles on the corners.
Yeah.
So
if you round anything that's thicker than cardstock, you want this, because at least if you have this kind of paper rounder, it works great for paper and it works good for cardstock. But anything thicker than that, it doesn't want to work, and I'm sure it would break it if I tried to use it on something thicker than that.
I've broken 3 of them. That one like Lisa has, I have broken 3 of them. I didn't think I was forcing it, but they break. So
I ordered mine off of Amazon. I think it was $16.99 because I couldn't find it. Yeah, the corner chomper. I couldn't find it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and I rarely ever go to Joann's because I don't like Joann's. I'm not going to go into all the reasons why, but
Joann's has better coupons, and I never go in and buy anything more than what I buy my coupon with my coupon.
Well, my problem is half the time I go in there with a coupon and it doesn't work.
And they don't want to use it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's fine, but
yeah.
It just makes me. I'm not going to go out of my way to go there. That's for sure because of
Oh
that.
yeah. Well, see, I can sneak the back way through from what do you call that? From Hobby Lobby to Joann's. I can sneak the back way, and so I don't even have to go out on the main street to get between the two.
Yeah. Well, Joanne's is probably as far away as you can get and still be in town for me,
Uh-huh.
which isn't. I mean, honestly, it's 15 minutes compared to 5 minutes to go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's.
Uh-huh.
But since I have so much trouble using coupons out there, and I know I can use a Michael's coupon or a Hobby Lobby coupon with no issues,
Right.
then
Now, as long as I only have one coupon, I haven't had too much trouble with Joann's. But the other thing is that you do have to read them very carefully. Lala, I actually have two corner chompers. This one has a scallop and a stub on it, so it's got a couple of different shapes. But the 1/4 inch. So make sure you get an actual corner rounder, which is this one says 1/2 and 1/4, um, because otherwise you're liable to, like, I noticed Joann's has one that just it's really weird. It cuts off just like 1/4 of an inch and it makes it square, and I'm like, I can do that with a pair of scissors. It doesn't make a good tag top. It's not a nice angle kind of thing. It's just a little 1/4 inch. Um,
this is the only thing I don't like about it.
yes, they're hard to empty.
Yeah, and they're better. They're easier to empty if you don't do so much. But if you do a whole
Yeah,
bunch like I just did in
yeah.
one setting, then they're hard to empty.
And you
So
have to shake it. You have to shake it out. So you have to be really careful to get it in the garbage can and not
yeah,
all over your floor, because I have done the all over your floor thing. So, um, and the other thing. Okay, now if you notice this, these two are two
oh, I need
different
to save
colors.
those bits, don't I?
Oh, I'm not saving those bits. I threw them in the
Okay,
trash.
good, because I was like, where am I going to put them?
Yeah, yeah. These are two different colors. The new ones are white. Don't know why, but yes, I was in love with this one. I only have this one because it was clearanced, and when it was clearanced, I bought it. I think I paid like $7, maybe $8 for it. That is a stack of tags.
That is, and they will all fit in here.
Yeah. I had all of mine in here earlier. That is the pile that I'm going to put back in right now. I'm going to take this stuff over to the sewing machine and sew around it because I think it'd be cute with a black thread around it. So, yeah, they look just alike. Yes, you have to be. That's why I said you have to be careful. Make sure that the one you get says corner rounder and shows the packaging will show a curved corner, and it'll have a 1/2 inch curved corner and a 1/4 inch curved corner. And Deborah said she started cutting tags with us because it was fun working without getting out a big mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, laminate is hard. It's hard to cut though. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna get going here. Oh, wait a
Yep.
minute. What are we doing next Tuesday? Do we need to tell him to bring some?
Oh, I don't know. Let me find my book.
Okay, if you got it, I'll go get mine.
No, I've got it. I just
Okay.
haven't looked at it since we
Neither have I.
made
I
that
can't remember.
decision. Okay. Nope, that's not part of way. The 19th, collage kit notepads.
Okay, so we need our scrap bins.
Yes. Your scrap bins, and we're going to make little notepads that you can that have things that all go well together, so that if you want to collage something, you can just grab it and you'll have a variety of things right there to collage with. That's what we're going to do. And
Yep.
then we're going to
So
make another kind of notepad. I can't remember what it was called.
we're going to do ones that you can write with more.
Yeah, on
Papers
Thursday.
on Thursday. Frankly, we're probably going to do it on Tuesday too, because we're going to grab blank or more blank papers. But the idea behind Tuesday was to make things that are decorative papers that you're going to collage down. Thursday, we want to make little notepads to stick into journals, and I may grab some extra paper that's more blank papers to write on and make
Yeah.
some little
Well,
notepads to go
and
into
sometimes you
journals.
like having those papers mixed in. I mean, plain paper, just coffee dyed paper, whatever, mixed in with your prints.
Right,
You
right.
know.
So,
So
but so anyways, that's the plan for next week, guys. And we're going to go now and say bye and thank you for coming.
love you all. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.